Hello everyone, my name is Akash and this is going to be my day 74 of building my product and a startup. And I have realized three key things that we always ignore but are very crucial to building a product. We always think that our product needs to solve the problem of the user, it needs to look good and also be functional. But what we forget that the first thing is to get the user onboarded on the product. Now, the most important thing for a user, because there are millions of products out there, is to identify your product. So the most major thing is for them to find your landing page. So the landing page of the product needs to be beautiful and it needs to be really simple so that people could really understand what a product is going to do and where to actually land on your product. Because there are millions of products out there, and before using any product, people want to see an overview of it. Second is to highlight that unique feature of your product as frontier to the user as possible. Now what that means is that if your product is simply doing a document summarization, then that tool in your product should be as simple and as in front of the user as possible, because that is the key changer. Now most of you know that this is a very simple thing and every application does it. But even if you go to these applications, even if you open the apps of Uber or Rapido also, they have still made it a little complex. But if you go to websites like I Love PDF, they have really in a very good way that they have presented an big button of converting your document from JPG to PDF or Word to PDF. So that really simplifies the whole process of understanding and quickly getting our solution from that particular product. And the last thing is to minimalize the onboarding process for the user. What that means is make the onboarding as fast as possible. Take as less information from the user as possible. It means is that even if your application requires user to put a kind of bio or an image or maybe location data or maybe a file or document upload, so try to minimize it and make it into the application. So for example, that if you want to onboard a user, just take the phone number or email of the user and a particular small username and then onboard it, and later when you require all those things like for example his bio or location, then ask him inside the application rather than persisting him to enter first and then move inside the application. Now what these three things does is that it minimizes the traction to your application and really helps the user to better understand your product and get an insight of it before becoming a very hardcore customer of it.